this is the Toronto Island, which is one of the most visited place, especially during summer. And for you to reach this place, there are two, three options. The most preferred option and pocket-friendly option is to take a ferry. There are three different ferry, and let me show you. This is the harborfront location, Jack Layton Ferry Terminal. This is where the ferry, onboarding happens. So from here, you have the Central Island Ferry, Ward Island Ferry, and then Hanlan Sport Ferry. Mostly people take Central Island Ferry. I'll tell you why. But what you also need to know is that any ferry you take, say you take a Ward's Island Ferry, you can walk towards the Central Island, and the distance is about 1.5 kilometers to Central Island, and same distance from Central Island to Hanlan's Beach. Now, as I said, most of them would come to Central Island Ferry, and that's because you may have elderly parents who are there with you, who is visiting you, or you have kids who want to have fun. So this is the place where once you come here, see, for kids, there is an amusement park, and then there's a duck pond, and then there's a small farm where kids can do their activities. It's fun place. Then once you cross over this bridge, it's not much of a distance. On map, it might look like a distance, but it's actually few hundred meters. And then once you cross and come here, there's a park for kids. There's a Toronto Island bicycle rentals, and then there is a Central Island here where you get a good view of the entire beach. So this is the island beach, where again you will find a lot of kids enjoying this place because the water is shallow, and it's been made in such a way that the kids can come and play, and it is secured. So this is about the Central Island. There are some more things, like if you are interested in kayaking and water sports. When you go on these route, you will find those options as you walk towards this place. So as I said, mostly people come to the Toronto Island, and if you reach Ward Island, you can still come to Toronto Island, and it's not actually a difficult walk unless you have elderly people with you who might not want to walk that much. So this is about the Toronto Island, and as I said, for you to come to the Toronto Island, you will take a ferry from this location. I've been here to Toronto Island multiple times, and one thing I can tell you is that you'll not be able to cover most of the places in a single day. So you'll have to choose your battle, what you want to do, and plan the day accordingly so that you can enjoy the place and you're not running from one place to another place. So make sure you plan your day in advance, and in case you have any question and you want to know from my personal experience, please use the comment section and I'll be happy to answer on this front. Now that you have understood a little about this place, let's go to the website where you can book the ferry. Once you search for Toronto Island Ferry, you will be shown a result. So you can see here, this is run by the City of Toronto, and you will get to see the all ferry schedule. Once you click here, this is where you will get to see all the schedule. It's important that you check the schedule. I'll go over it a little. This is where you buy the online ticket. Now, this ferry schedule, if you go to spring schedule, it shows till when it is, say April 11th, and you will also see departure city time and the Central Island departure time. We are now in May. Let's look at the summer schedule. May 16th onwards is the summer schedule, and here you will be able to see the departure and departure from Central Island. So you see here 8 a.m. it starts, and this Central Island departure is 8:15. In summer, it always gets busy. If you're going anywhere before 10 a.m., you might still find less footfall. Post 10 a.m., the footfall increases from the harbor front to Toronto Island, and when you're returning again post 5 p.m., footfall increases, and sometimes you might be in queue, and you will not be able to board. Then you will have to wait for about 1 hour for the next ferry. So you'll have to be mindful of this part, especially if you're going with kids or elderly people. If you have to plan to return, plan well in advance, at least 30 minutes before to be here, so that you can plan to get into the ferry, whichever you're planning to. Remember that part, and you can read this part. Central Island schedule may increase every 15 minutes depending upon weather and crowd requirement. Sometimes they do that. I've been there multiple times, and I've seen this happening. Once the footfall increases, they might introduce extra, take care of the crowd. Similarly, for Hanlan's Point, schedule shows here, and then once we come down, Ward Island. So you'll be able to see this Ward Island starts from 6:30 a.m., Hanlan at 6:45, and the Central Island starts from 8 a.m. So this is the one. In case you don't like to interact on website, you can also get the general information from here. Now to book a ticket, once you click here, you see here first you are given this prompt: avoid crowd by catching the ferry to island before 10 a.m. and returning to Toronto by 5:30. This they have given in anticipation of the crowd, and tickets are non-refundable. Online tickets are transferable. Transfer a ticket to family member or a friend by forwarding the PDF ticket through email or by printing the ticket out. You can forward this in case you're not able to use. So once this is done, this is the section where you will go and fill in the number of adults. Say in my case, I'm selecting 2, and then depending on what is the head count of any other from this list, say child, round trip 2 to 4, I'm selecting 1, and then you will get this total. This is to and fro. And once you come and do a checkout, here it will show you the preview of the number of tickets. Here, in case you want to modify the order, you can still do that. And if it is not required, then just go and click on continue checkout. Here, enter your email ID. That's the easiest way to get the ticket. Once you enter the email ID, both the email ID confirmation here, and in case you want individual ticket, then you select this. If you want a combined ticket, in my case, I'm selecting combined ticket. Once this is done, you go ahead and click on pay. Once you do the payment and it is processed, you will get this downloadable ticket and receipt. And when I open the ticket, you will see that there is no mention of date. That means you can book in advance or just about 30 minutes before you want to board, and you will be able to use this ticket effectively. So that's it, guys.